28th of July, and they said they had all the parts in and were repairing it. I have not received a response back from email this week, and they didn't reply while I was out last week, so I'm just waiting on that response to see when it's done. My next, if I don't have an answer tomorrow morning, my next one goes up to Richmond, to the Virginia Department of Corrections facility, because we've had 3 engagements with Green Rock itself without movement on the improvement. That's a manpower, energy, and time and money spent by Infomark to pull those pumps, clean them out all the time, and it's just creating some wear and tear on that lift station. Depot Street Railroad Bank cleanup is complete, so it's done and laid out, and they're just hoping for rain to get the cracks broken. It looks very good up there. Silas Moore Park paving, we're waiting on the contractor schedule still. He's busy on roads and highways. And then the grand opening for the pickleball courts are this Saturday, 10 a.m. If any of you are pickleball players, put on your headbands and your shorts and your tennis shoes and come out and join the professional demonstration. We had 3 zoning questions, 3 contractor questions. Probably the most interesting zoning questions have come from individuals that are buying older properties. As you can tell, especially on Main Street, there are some significantly in need of repair homes that suddenly have dumpsters in front of them, and the repairs are starting to go through. So folks are asking about these empty buildings. What can they do with them? What can they fit into? So it's a good effort in development moving forward. And then the community back to school program was completed successfully. I have a thank you card from the organization for the town of Chatham. On behalf of the Pennsylvania County Back to School Festival, we would like to extend our heartfelt thanks for your generous support and participation in our back to school event held on July 26th. Your involvement made a meaningful difference in the lives of families and students we serve. From the school supplies to the friendly faces, your contribution helped ensure that every child was left feeling excited and prepared for the new school year. We are truly grateful for your partnership and commitment to our community. Together we create a more memorable and impactful day, and we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you once again for being a valued part of this initiative. We look forward to continuing this important work with you in the future. I'll pass this around along with the certificate they sent. There were 496 children received backpacks and school supplies. Several more families have received everything from groceries to free lunches and entertainment of the day. 6 community churches, at least 2 civic organizations. Chatham Volunteer Fire Department was there and engaged. And then the Chatham Town Hall staff did a great job of collecting school supplies that were added into the mix to fill those backpacks. Farmers Market continues to be robust. The motorcycle cruise-in on the 19th was canceled due to weather, and the classic car cruise-in on the 26th went on as planned, but had a rather small turnout, probably due to the weather. It had a few clouds in the sky, and it was hot that day. What are your questions?
Are they gonna reschedule the motorcycle cruise-in?
They said they were, but they haven't come back with a date yet. So.
October 18th.
Did they pick one? Let's make sure we get that VDOT thing redone because they closed it down on us. Okay.
Do you have any questions for the town manager? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to Infomark.
Got one.
Oh, sorry.
As far as the railroad trestle on the underpass, are we gonna do anything on the inside, on the right side?
It all depends on how much money we get for the price.
Yeah.
So our initial quote, and this is just an initial quote that we gathered from a local artist, just to put in for the grants, was $42,000. And that didn't include the inside, that was just cleanup and the outside.
Well, I'm talking about just cleaning up all the brush and everything on the town side of that. In other words,
On the hill on the left. On
the other side has already been landscaped, you know.
Oh, you're talking the hillside, that's, we hit those, collective projects for, we start talking about those in September, that's a great one to put, get on there and start planning for.
Any other last minute questions? All right, we'll move on to Infomark.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. We had a busy but successful month for the month of July. Both the water and wastewater treatment plants operated in full compliance during the month of July. Total finished water flow from the water treatment plant was 16.75 million gallons, and total effluent was 9.55 million gallons at the wastewater plant. I do want to bring a few things to your attention as we go through the financials, so I'll go through the totals, and then we'll look at a few specific invoices on the back end. So, as a reminder, the annual maintenance base cap budget is $249,556.08. Total expenses for the month of July was $31,914.76. $22,504.30 was at the water treatment plant. The majority of that was for a rental pump. We'll go over that here shortly. $5,443 even for the wastewater plant, and $3,967.46 for public works. That brings the total year-to-date expenses to $54,967.66, with a remaining year-to-date balance of $194,588.42. So if you could go forward a couple pages to Appendix B, page 7 of the report, just wanted to highlight a few things. So as I said, we had a larger than normal expense for the month of July at the water treatment facility. As you can see in the top section of that, the majority of those charges came from the 6-inch diesel pump. What happened there was an improper invoicing. Basically, they were sending the invoices to an email account that didn't exist. So we got that straightened out. That is for the months of February, March, April, May, June. So that will remain on site until the water intake project is completed. That has been known. We've been trying to track down the invoices and finally did so and got them paid. I actually figured it out last month and it all hit this month. So you can see outside of that, there's only $60 for fire extinguisher inspections. Next one I wanted to point out is the Westech Engineering. It has a blank memo on it. It is invoice number 4041754 for $3,591. If you remember when we did the 2024 rollover with the capital improvement funds that we procured last year, the number 2 clarifier drive was on that. That was the extremely long lead time that we ordered last fall. That was an even $57,000. The invoice is probably 6 pages past. It is on page 16. Highlighted on that invoice, you see the even $57,000. That's what we ordered. We were not expecting the $35,000 in taxes, so that did not get hit on the rollover last year and was applied to this one. So I wanted to point that one out. Speaking of the rollover, so the even $57,000 for the number 2 clarifier drive hit this month. That is not on this report because we allocated it to last year. As well as the Highway 57 sewer repairs by Riddle Construction for $28,541.28. Again, not on this report, paid for with the rollover allocated from last year. Any questions from that before I move on to the project highlights?
Question or comment for Mark here. So we spoke about this earlier, but on page 9 where it says clarifier 2 is out of service in red.